On everybody, Dan Beals here, and I am super pumped to talk about with you guys today. So things are rolling like crazy. Okay, I am super close to launching my app. All right, so if you don't know who I am, Dan Beals, right there. All right, I'm taking my ideas, I'm turning it into an app, and I'm turning it into a business. Okay. So I'm starting everything from scratch. I'm documenting my entire process, and I'm super excited about the processes that have happened. You know, it's been going on now since November, really officially, but I've been doing this now for about 4 months, and things are going nuts. Okay. So I'm at the point where I'm recruiting. What's up, Doug? How you doing, man? So I'm at the point where I'm recruiting. I'm talking to companies. I'm trying to recruit them on to join YardHop. This is not easy. Not easy whatsoever, but I absolutely love it. Man, you know, it's a huge challenge to be able to put myself out there and to talk to these companies and handle rejection and handle whatever the problems or situations that come up. And you know what? I'm for it. I am so for it. All right. So I don't want to just talk about YardHop. I want to talk about a lot of things today. All right. So finding something that you love to do. All right. So I really like talking about motivation. I really like talking about just pumping people up. I like asking tough questions that are going to make you think about what you're doing, because I'm going through a big life-changing moments in my time. I'm going through a lot of life-changing things that are making me think a lot. And it's keeping me constantly on my toes. It's keeping me constantly motivated. I get to talk to so many different people. But the thing is I had no idea what I wanted to do. If you would have asked me what I wanted to do 6 months ago, I would have told you that I wanted to run the business that I'm at now. I wanted to run the company, and I was on the right track. I was going to do it. But I fell into something that I really loved. But the thing is I was looking. I was constantly keeping an open mind. I was reading a lot. I was opening my mind to everything I possibly could, because I was so hungry for knowledge, and I just wanted to feed myself, because I was constantly curious, and I wanted to know how to find the answers. So books, self-development, business, management. I read a lot of Harry Potter now too. And I didn't even start reading until I was in my 20s, you know? So like it's really expanding my mind, but I had no idea what I wanted to do. I started trying out a bunch of different things, and it wasn't working out. It wasn't working out. And what's really funny is what I do now with YardHop. It's all social media. I literally just on social media all day. I'm talking to people, and the stuff that I tried out before was very similar kind of things, but it just wasn't the right feel. And then I found it. All right. This entire industry, the people, everything is just absolutely amazing. But I have no regrets. All right. But this is the big thing. This is the big thing that I had to do. Okay. I had no idea about the industry I was getting into. I had zero knowledge. I knew how to mow my own lawn, and that is about it. And I know nothing about it anymore. And so when I came up with this idea, there was no turning back. I felt that this was the right thing. I felt like there was no stopping this. I had to try, and I had to push forward. I had to move with it. Okay. So I had the idea. 2 weeks later, I found a business partner. I pitched it to him, and he was in like that. And then ever since then, it's been full bore running, and haven't looked back. I feel like I've been stepping up my game here and there, stepping up. I'm stepping up into YouTube. I'm trying to be in as many social media platforms as possible. I'm trying to get known. I'm trying to get my face out there. I'm trying to get my me out there so people can know me, because what I ultimately want to do is I want to help. I want people to come to me. I want to help people. I want to bring together a lot of things and really help out an entire industry. And I feel like I'm on the right track. I feel like I'm moving to the right the right areas, and I feel like I'm talking to all the right people. And but I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm still figuring everything out as I go. I've learned a hell of a lot along the way, whether it's about the industry itself, about, specific things with yards. There's certain things that I still have no idea about, when it comes to like the equipment and things like that. I don't give my input on that because I don't know anything about it. And I don't want to sound like an idiot, really. So it's, Brian, you get me every time, dude. But it's not about knowing what it is that you want to do. Okay. So this is the big risk. All right. Today I asked the question of, is taking risk an essential thing to growing your business, about being part of business? And in my opinion, I think taking risks is an absolute necessity. I think you have to be able to step out of the box. You have to be able to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Okay. Calling companies cold call makes me feel extremely uncomfortable, but it excites me because it makes me feel uncomfortable and it's making me better. It is honing in my skills and making me better all around. And I can't stop. I'm trying to constantly put myself into hard situations. I'm trying to push myself further. I'm trying to do everything I possibly can to be better. My dogs are fighting like crazy right now. Hey, calm down. But I constantly have to think on my feet. I constantly have to figure things out as I'm going, because if I would have tried to figure all this out in the beginning, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I would have thought of a million reasons why I couldn't. I would have thought of a million reasons. So Scott, I tried. And no one answered the phone. I left a few messages and not one company answered the phone today. But I'm going to keep on trying, man. It's not about that. It's you got to keep on pushing through. So Scott, he was giving me some tips and advice on how to get through to these companies, really talk to them, and to get into that window to be able to talk to them. But it is what it is, I see there's a lot of inconsistencies in the industry, and I'm trying to help out with it. I'm trying to bring a lot to light. I'm trying to bring a lot of tough questions out there. But it is what it is, and I have to work through it. I have to constantly push, and that's where this comes in. Okay, 100% commitment. 100% commitment. All right. So ever since I started doing this, there's been no second plan. There's no plan B. There's no anything. I am 150% committed to this. I am in no way thinking of another thing. All right. I have thought about different opportunities that are coming up through this, and that I want to branch off to, that I want to build off of, that I am trying to figure out. But Yard Hop is my focus. I sit here and I work. I talk to people. I research. I do everything I possibly can. I work all the time. But the thing is a lot of people might see it as work. A lot of people might see it as I'm just playing on my phone all day. A lot of people might just see it as that I have no time for anything else, because I have literally given up everything. I am sacrificing everything for this. I don't go out with people. I don't watch TV. I don't lay down and watch movies. If I'm sitting there, I try to spend time with my family, and and I try to break away from my phone and social media and things like that. But when it comes down to it, I'm committed. I'm committed. All of my spare time goes to this and nothing else. Because if I'm wasting time watching Breaking Bad or whatever TV shows on nowadays, it's wasting my time and is bringing me no value. Okay. So I have a 30-minute drive to work. What do I do for that? I listen to books. When I'm not listening to books, I'm making phone calls. When I'm not making phone calls, I'm going live because my time is so limited. I have a full-time job where I work 50 hours a week, and I have a 2-year-old son. I have a wife that's pregnant, and we have a baby boy that's due in July. I refinanced my house for this. I am 150% committed to this. And if you can't see that, then, I got to keep on going apparently, but I'm not here to prove anybody anything. I'm here to prove myself that I am worth investing in. And I 150% believe in that because I know my work ethic. I know what I can bring to the table. I know what I can do. But the thing is I took the chance on myself. Everybody that has their own business knows that they took a huge chance on themselves to start their own business. Okay. So this right here, my comfort zone is being out of my comfort zone. All right. Love that, Brian. All right. I absolutely love that because if you're staying in a comfort zone, it's a dangerous place. Okay. Think about it at work. All right. You're stuck doing the same thing over and over again. And then when somebody presents you a new idea of doing something differently, it scares you. And why does it scare you? Because you've been doing it this way for so long and you're comfortable with it. All right. So once you step out of that comfort zone, you try new things. You try different things. Like literally what's the worst can happen? Okay. Let's say right now, or let's say 6 months from now, my business doesn't take off. It completely folds and I fail. Whatever. I'm going to get back up. I'm going to try again and I'm going to get into a new industry or I'm going to hop back into this industry and I'm going to start again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I'm learning so much along this process and you can't not, learn from this. Okay. Because if you are not learning from being a business owner, if you're not learning from the new situations that you're putting yourself in, I don't know what you're doing. Because there's so much to learn from and there's so many people to talk to and social media. All right. Holy crap. I have been a social media hater since MySpace when I first got it back in 2005. All right. I had it. I've always had social media, but I've never used it. And then November came around. Holy crap. My entire life took an extreme 180 and now I'm constantly on social media, constantly doing Facebook Live, and right now Facebook Live is my comfort zone, but I'm trying to push it by doing it more. I'm trying to push it by doing, where is my camera? I'm constantly trying to push myself in my limits of what I do. All right. So like I literally carry around all kinds of, little things now. So I'm building up my little collection. All right. So now I have my vlogging camera, which I'm still getting used to. I vlog every day, but the editing part is a challenge. I'm not used to that. I'm getting to it. I'm working on it, but it is what it is. I'm trying. Hey Trenton, how you doing? You love John Cena, man, and Yard Hop, man. Yard Hop is pretty awesome, but John Cena does his thing too. So you got an awesome dad, man. You got an awesome dad, Trenton. There you go, Brian. But so being 100% committed into your industry, into your job, that is what makes the difference. If you are not 100% committed, so when I first started talking to my developers, one of the first things they told me was you need to be 150% committed into this. If you don't, just go all in, you're going to have doubts. You're going to second guess yourself and then you're going to quit. I've quit things before. Who hasn't quit things before? All right. I'm extremely competitive. I absolutely hate to lose. And I win at everything. Okay. But the thing is I have quit just as anybody else has quit in their life, but I absolutely hate quitting. All right. So I'm one of those type of people that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to freaking do it. I'm going to do it. And I do. I do. And I hope people call me out to things that I don't do because I need it. Sometimes I need a kick in the butt just like anybody else. All right. But I want to know what your guys' thought are on risk. Okay. Do you think risk is really risk? All right. Is it an investment? Is it something that you need to have everything? Do you need to have 100% information? Do you need 10% of the information? Do you need just a little bit, whatever it is? I understand that a risk is a risk. What is the risk? Okay. Would you, like let's look at it this way. Okay. So a risk for your business is spending, let's say on the high end, $300 a month for a software program for your business. That's pretty high. All right. But that could make your business much more efficient. You could, potentially hire more employees for it, make it easier to use. Your business, everything could be a system and easier and better. $300 a month. Is that a risk or is that an investment that you should take? Okay. So there's certain things that go on that people just automatically think of as, I can't do that. $300 a month. I can't do that, but the thing is what's $300 a month? An extra customer? It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Owning a business means you have to spend money. Owning a business means that you have to invest in yourself, and you have to believe in yourself and your abilities of what you can do. I fully believe in what I can do. I fully believe that I'm going to be a success. I fully believe that what I'm doing in my career is going to boom. It's just a matter of time. Okay. I fully know that this is a marathon. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon and it is not a sprint, but I have to tell myself that all the time because I'm doing social media and I want this to be an instant success. But the thing is where is that? Everybody talks about, get rich quick schemes, but there's no real such thing. You have to work your butt off. You have to work your butt off to be successful. And it's crazy. There you go. All right. There you go, Brian. That is a great quote. That is a great quote, man. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Holy crap. Put that into perspective. Okay. So let's say you're single and you want to go ask a girl out. You're too afraid to ask her. You'll never know if you'd ever try. But the thing is it's uncomfortable. It makes you feel like all jittery. It makes you feel awkward. It makes you feel shy. You don't know what to say. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Who cares? Who cares? I want you to understand that life throws you constant curveballs. Life is hard. Life sucks. Life has death. Life has problems, divorce, kids getting sick, you getting sick, losing your job. There's so many factors in life that prevent you or stop you or slow you down. But overall, in the end, it's an excuse. That's what it is. It's an excuse of why you can't do something because my wife is sick. Okay. Well, you do something about it. Okay. It's an excuse because, I lost my job yesterday. Well, now it's a better excuse to do something. All right. Put a fire in your ass to do something because you have to freaking move. You have to take a chance on yourself, So Jerry here, you can't take a chance on success if you don't take a chance on failure. All right. So failure it's a negative word. It's a negative word, but is it really negative? Is it? So I look at failure as a learning experience and of what not to do next time. Okay. So, there's all these books out there, all these books. I really look up to two guys, really, Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk. Those are my two guys that I really pay attention to. They pump me up like crazy. And people, knock on them because they're these rich guys selling these books. So what's the difference? Everybody's selling somebody something. Everybody's selling somebody something. All right. You're selling lawn care to your friends. All right. You're selling lawn care to your buddies. You know, I'm trying to be an on-demand lawn care service where I can be in the middle of the two. All right. So like everybody's selling somebody something, but just because they're rich and millionaires means that it's much worse. Okay. They're giving you their experiences. If you can learn from somebody else's experience, how valuable is that? A $20 book to be able to learn from their experience. I think that's a pretty fair trade. Fair trade. All right. So instead of looking at things negatively, all right, and I catch myself doing it all the time, you got to stay positive. You got to stay positive. Okay. There's always a negative outlook. And I promise you, if you make a pros and cons, the cons will outweigh by a landslide. You know, the positives will just be a couple of them. All right. And then it's this of negatives. All right. So you can't look at that. You can't use that. And because they weigh differently. Okay. The positive of starting your own business is that you control your future. You literally have your future in your hands, and you can skyrocket, you can be stagnant, or you can fail. Okay. So it's up to you though. It's absolutely up to you. It is in your hands to do as you please with it. But it's uncertainty. It is unknown of the potential and what you can do. But you see, there's potential there. Okay. You already took a massive chance on yourself to do something. Why not keep on going? Why not take, like, you know, you got used to it, you figured out the industry, and now the next part happens. Now I'm going to integrate massive systems into my business. Okay, now I'm going to record all of training programs so that way I don't have to train anymore. It's going to be on a video and everybody else can do it. Boom, that's the next one. And then, hey, now there's safety programs. I'm going to hire this guy, or I'm going to promote this guy and be like, hey, you're my safety trainer and you're going to do all safety, and you're going to tell me what to do now with safety. Okay. Yeah. You know, there's so many different angles, so many different risks. I'm going to buy a new truck, trailer and mower today. All right. I'm going to hire a new crew. I'm going to do this. I don't know what's going to work out, but I'm going to sure work my ass off to get it done. Okay. So it's taking risk, but it's an investment in yourself. If you take that investment and then you don't do anything with it, it's dangerous. All right. So I just finished this Grant Cardone book, The 10X Rule. I'm going to read it again. I'm literally going to start it over tomorrow because it is absolutely, it is absolutely a great book. And it really brings, it makes you want to press yourself. It makes you take a look at what you did and what you're doing. And you're like, man, I really need to do more. All right. So he said there's like 3 plans of action that most people do. Okay. So 99% of people. All right. So you can't include the top 1%. 99% of people are all in the same boat. They all do the same thing. They all do the standard. Okay. So look at it this way. You have your own business. You're doing stuff. You're active. You do the average amount of work, meaning the average amount of posting, the average amount of, flyers, the average amount of promoting your business, the average amount of networking, and nothing really happens. Super discouraging because you're putting in effort, but nothing's coming out of it. Nothing's coming out of it because you're just putting in the average amount of effort. You're not doing really lots of follow-up. You're not really doing lots of this. You're not really doing lots of that. And then there is avoidance, or actually not doing anything. Let's put it as that way. Not doing anything. And that takes a lot of effort to not do anything. It takes a lot of effort to really just sit back and not do anything. Laying in bed all day takes a lot of effort to talk yourself out of not getting out of bed. All right. So, and then there's avoidance, and avoidance takes a lot of work too. I'm specifically not going to do this because I don't want to. I don't think I should do that right now because it doesn't matter right now. And then it's procrastination. And then you're like, it doesn't really matter that much anyway. And, Brian, you're killing me, dude. But you gotta keep with it. All right. So when you take action and then you multiply it, and then so that average action that you were doing, but let's say you times it by 10. All right. The 10X rule. This is like the conference just happened and a lot of people are talking about the 10X rule right now, but it doesn't really matter. It's a very good rule because if you just multiply it and you just do more and more and more and more and more, what's that going to do? It's going to bring you more exposure. It's going to bring you more light. It's going to bring you more business. Put yourself into, do what others don't do. What do you think that I just said this to Scott. No one answered my phone call today. Answer your phone. Do what others don't do. Answer your phone. Okay. You know, you're missing out on money. You're missing out on money if you're not answering your phone. Okay. You know, what are certain things that you can do to increase your business? All right. Have you thought about doing extra little things like, let's say, including, I don't know, poo removal, the dog poop pickup into your service? You know, you have to deal with it anyway. If they got pets, there's always at least one lying around. Why not incorporate it into your business? You know, there's little things like that. Instead of seeing it as a problem all the time, turn it into a solution. All right. But man, I am so excited. I am so excited about what's about to happen. And the really thing that really excites me is I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no regrets in what I'm doing. I have no regrets in starting this. I have no regrets of anything, of any of the decisions that I've made with this. And it's only getting better. It's only getting bigger. It's only going to get more. Everything's happening. And I really want to do more and more and more to get myself more and more and more. What's up, Greg? Greg, man, you are freaking awesome. Greg here calls me on the regular, texts me on the regular to check in on me, keep me motivated. Dude, you are freaking awesome, dude. You really do keep me in line and keep me in check. I really appreciate that, man. But I appreciate all of you guys. You guys that watch, you guys that follow me, that comment and like engage in my comments on on these posts that I do, because if you think about what's going on with your business, because there's so much that can be done, and it's just about not doing what others are doing, because everybody's doing it. So what does that say? Do what others are not doing. That's about it. I've got nothing else. I'm smoked. I just got home from work and I'm ready to eat. So I'm going to talk to you guys all later. All right. I really appreciate you guys all commenting with me. Definitely share this around. Give me some likes. All right. You know, this is so much fun. All right, Ken, what do you got? All right. Drive your trucks and trailers everywhere you go. Make sure they have a giant logo and go to coffee shops and park your vehicles and get noticed. Breakfast, lunch, dinners. Hey, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I'm about to put my logo on the back of my car. I live 30 minutes away from my work. So I have to drive clear across town. And so does my partner. He's the same thing. And he goes the opposite direction. So we're going to put our logo on the back of our window and get that much more exposure. That is a great idea, man. It's just constantly getting yourself out there. It's constantly getting yourself out there, whether it's social media. Social media is a huge one. Huge one. All right. Ken, I'm using you as an example. Have you guys seen how much this guy posts? Like ridiculous. He posts more than I do. And I post a lot. And Ken is everywhere. I see him everywhere. And he is he's doing big things. All right. He wants his business to grow and he's going to do it. That guy's the man. All right. That guy, I would learn from that guy. All right. Post, get yourself out there. All right. So I'm going to talk to you guys all later. You guys all have a great night. Enjoy your week. I hope everybody is really having fun, because I got a bunch of snow yesterday. I'm not sure if you can really see, but I got a bunch of snow yesterday, so there's no yard work going on in my area. But that's the way Denver is. You know, we get snow in March and April. That's when we get all of our heavy snow. So I'm super excited about what's coming next. Gives me a little bit more time to get things done, but it's coming. It's coming, guys. All right. I'm going to talk to you guys all later. You guys all have a great night. Enjoy your week, guys. Be safe.